You are now tuned in to Heat Check with Ty Slatter and Antonio Turner, right here on GTA Sports Network. Follow GTA Sports Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, GTA Sports. And don't forget GTASportsNet.com for all things in the world of sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about this. I'm going to use a term that ain't been heard in quite some time. This kerfuffle known as the Western Conference. Because as of right now, in this moment, the top two teams in the West are two of the teams that were fighting for the play-in just last season. The Minnesota Timberwolves are 15-4, 8-2 last 10, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are 13-6. And they also have gone 8-2, which puts them 2 games behind the Minnesota Timberwolves. Your thoughts, Tom?
They finally listened to somebody, the Timberwolves.
It's Anthony Edwards' team, right?
Yeah. They finally listened.
Finally playing the right role, or is he about to get traded?
Who, Anthony Edwards? No, Cat?
Cat, because Anthony Edwards is on a 5-year deal. He ain't going nowhere.
I mean, I'm not saying Cat just got to know that he's not the number one option.
Do you feel like in the last 10 games he's accepted his
Rudy
new role?
Gobert is a different scenario, but
Question.
Yeah.
You've been saying this for the last, we'll say, 2.5 seasons.
Yeah, that's
that Cat needs to take a step back. He's not the number one option anymore, right?
He's not. Yeah.
Do you feel like he's showing signs that he's accepted his new role behind Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, I would hope so. It looks like it so far. I mean, he still tries to go off, but Anthony Edwards going off with him. Anthony Edwards got to. Hey, I'm putting him. I went from 20. We go from 20 now to 26.
Okay.
So he averaged 6 more points. Cat was averaging 25. He averaging 22 now.
Okay.
And him and Rudy. I mean, you got Nas Reed. He got paid, so he get more PT. Jaden McDaniels. Or Jaden, not Jalen, Jaden McDaniels. So they're using their pieces properly. Now, is it successful all year? Probably not as number one seed. Because I'm not sure if how many teams they could really beat in the playoffs.
Are you talking Timberwolves or
yeah, Timberwolves?
So
they may okay. See, how many teams can they legit beat in the series?
Say it one more time.
How many teams can they really beat in the playoffs?
If you ask me,
New Orleans.
If you ask me, the Timberwolves are the Utah Jazz from 2 seasons ago. Because is it mighty coincidental that Rudy Gobert was the same player that was on the Utah Jazz when they were number 1 in the West a couple seasons ago? And they flamed out, I think, second round? Semifinals?
Did they make it out? I don't remember if they made it out the first.
I think they made it to the semifinals. Don't hold me to that. Yeah. But they were number 1, and it didn't really mean
legitimately.
Anything.
I don't know how many teams they could really beat in a series.
Out of the West?
I'm looking at 0.
The only team I think they could beat or at least put up a fight, Pelicans.
That's it.
If Utah finds its way back, which they probably won't, because I think last year was a fluke. So I don't. I
mean, your best bet would be the Kings because they the same type of team. I mean, they're young.
Yeah, it depends on seeding. I know it's a little early.
But, but you know what I'm saying? Like if it came up to that,
if it came down to the top 5 teams in the West, the Kings would be the best matchup. I agree with that. I'll go on a limb and say
maybe Dallas.
You might call me crazy for this one. They would put up a fight against the Phoenix Suns. They wouldn't win it, but they would put up a fight.
They might get a game. They might get a game.
Because if you don't get a healthy KD, Bill, and Booker together before All-Star break, this experiment has already been a failure. It's already been a failure.
Well, if I got Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, they beating the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but they're not winning a championship, is what I'm saying.
They probably still could win championship.
Tone, look at me, man. Tone.
I know KD is MVP this year right now.
Listen, who?
KD.
What does MVP sound like? NBA championship to you?
Yeah, but he's in his bag. When he in his bag, he can't be stopped.
That's real cute.
This is like 5 years ago, KD. We ain't seen this KD in a while.
That's real cute.
But because KD ain't really in his prime no more, technically.
Coach Vogel is not Monty. No disrespect. Hey, EJ out there doing the best he can. You know, no shade here for EJ because EJ doing what he's
I
really
almost
paid to
guarantee
do.
you they both not gonna stay there.
Who's that?
Minnesota and OKC not gonna stay in 1 and 2.
Oh no. I honestly think, if I'm being honest, number 3 through 7 and maybe even 8 are gonna move up.
They all gonna catch
Because,
him.
well, I say that because the Nuggets are gonna find their stride. They always do.
Well, they just got back
Jamal Murray.
Jamal. Yeah.
So they'll find their stride again.
They right behind. They actually right behind OKC.
Right. Then you got the Phoenix Suns behind them.
And I
And
got
Sacramento
gonna
is.
happen.
I mean, we saw what Sacramento could do last year, so it's the same team essentially.
Right.